Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to solve AS MCQs. So let's see this paper. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. June 21, 2021, paper 11. I know that in Pakistan, my students of A levels, AS, will appear on their first paper, paper 1, MCQs paper, on 10 June. My daughter is also giving the paper. So my concentration on these days will be on solving AS paper because all other papers are over now. Okay. Now, where are we? Now, question number 1. The skills and efficiency of the workforce of a business has increased during the financial period. The owner of the business wants to record a value for this in the financial statements. His accountant advises against this idea because we cannot measure in terms of money. We only include those items which we can measure in terms of money. So the problem is this in this MCQ, we cannot measure the commitment of employees into in the money form. So we cannot include them in the financial statement. Only item which has monetary value can be included in your accounting records. Now, on 1st January 2020, Mark bought some machinery. He paid a total $50,000. Of this $6,000 was for maintenance of the machinery until 31st December 2022. Mark depreciated his machinery at the rate of 10% per annum. Okay. How was the expenditure recorded in Mark's financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2020? Now, on 31st December 2020, what would happen? The value of assets is 44,000. 44,000. And if we take 10% depreciation, it means the book value is now 90% of 44,000. That is 39,600. So answer could be A or B. Now, in current asset, we have to C or D could not be the answer. Are you getting my point? Answer is A or B. C or D is not possible. Now, when we have paid $6,000, we are on 1st January 2020 and we are paying this maintenance charge is 6,000 until December 2022. That means we have a prepaid current asset. So B option. Okay, C or D are useless. Okay. Now out of A or B, B option is the answer because we have some prepaids also. Getting my point? Okay. Now number 3. Which statement about depreciation are correct? It is an application of matching concept. Yes, all expenses are application of accrual and matching concept both. Accrual and matching concept are called sister concepts. Okay. So this is true. Okay. Now it provides funds for the replacement of non-current assets. No, it can't. It's only the valuation. So now this point, third point, it spread the cost of a non-current asset over its useful life. I told in my previous video about the MCQs that this is the definition of depreciation. Okay. So 1 and 3. So C option is the answer. Getting my point clear? C option is the answer. Okay. Now move to question number 4. An item of revenue expenditure is wrongly treated as capital expenditure. Okay. Now, revenue expenditure when included in capital expenditure, it means non-current assets are overstated. So the answer could be A and B only, not C or D. They can't be the answer. Okay. Now, when revenue expenditure is removed to balance sheet from income statement, your profit is overstated. So the correct answer is not option B, but option A. Getting my point clear? Option A is the answer. Done? Okay. Now, question number 5. When preparing a bank reconciliation statement, the following information is available. Balance shown by the cash book 20,000 debit. Okay. Unpresented check, uncleared bankings, standing order shown on the bank statement, not entered in the cash book. What is the balance of the bank statement? Oh, very easy question. What we have to do? Take 20,000 plus unpresented checks 2,500 minus uncleared bankings 1,400 minus standing order 300. The answer is 20,800. That is C option is the answer. Getting my point here. So question number 5, answer is C option. Getting my point here? Okay. Now, why does a business keep both sales ledger control account and individual sales ledger control account? Okay. To check accuracy of sales journal. Okay. To check accuracy of individual customers. Okay. To ensure payments have been received from the customers. Sales ledger control account do not provide any insurance. To monitor whether customers have exceeded their credit limits. No, this is not it. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So B option should be the answer. Okay. Question number 7. A businessman suspects some of his inventory had been stolen. The following information is available. Okay. Sales revenue, purchases, inventory. Okay. Now, all goods are marked up at a rate of 33.5%. So it means selling price is 133 point something. So if we take out your selling price is 133 upon 13 is your total sales revenue. So 45,600 multiplied by 100 divided by 66.666666. Answer is 68,400 is the cost of sale. 45,600 multiplied by 100 divided by 100 and 45,600 multiplied by 100 divided by 166.666666. The answer would be 23,000. Okay, 45,600 multiplied by 100 divided by 133.333333. The answer is 34,200 is your cost of sales. 34,200 cost of sales. Okay, plus ending inventory 4,500 minus purchases 33,600. So your opening inventory should be 5,100, but opening inventory is given 8,300. So 5,100 minus 8,300, 3,200 is stolen. B option should be the answer. Getting my point clear? B option should be the answer. Okay. Now come to question number 6. Okay. Question number 8. See, at the end of the year, Barrick draft account showed a capital balance of $4,300. Okay. His drawings account included a debit entry of 150 for goods taken for his own use. Barrick realized that this entry had been recorded in error at selling price rather than cost price. He sells goods with a markup of 50%. What is the correct closing capital account balance? The closing capital account balance would be the same. Okay. I must tell you one thing. If you rectify this error, okay, your cost of sales, your purchases, your drawings, your capital, your profit is going to be adjusted with the same amount. Okay, so whenever this kind of error you find, it's not going to affect your capital account balance. 4,300 is the answer. Okay, now Question number 9. The information is available for a sole trader at 31st December 2020. Okay, goods taken by on the inventories, purchases, returns. Okay, returns debit balance means sales return, return trade balance means purchase returns. Okay, what would be the cost of sales? So what we have to do, we have to take purchases, opening inventory, 1st January 2020, 10,000. Plus purchases, 75,000. Okay, minus purchase returns, 4,000. Minus goods taken up by the owner, 1,000. Minus ending inventory, 12,000. The answer is 68,000. So option A would be the answer. Getting my point clear? Okay. That is, this was question number 9. Okay. Now, question number 10. Which items only appear on the credit side of the partner's capital account? Okay. Goodwill in an agreed ratio to split. Goodwill can appear on both sides of the partner's account. Opening balance of capital account always appear on the credit side. Profit on revaluation always appear on the credit side. Transfer from current account is not possibly always on the credit side. So 2 and 3. So it means the correct answer is 10. 2 and 3 of question number 10 is C. C option. This is the correct answer. Okay. Now 11. A sole trader had a draft profit for the year 47,500. No entries had been made in the respect of following. At the end of the year, trade receivables were 5,600 more than the previous year. However, an irrecoverable debt of $360 had not been written off. The trader maintains a provision for doubtful debts of 5%. A machine had been sold for $4,000 with a net book value of 3,500. So these errors, how to rectify these errors? Okay, now see. First of all, take the profit. No, not take the profit. 5,600 multiplied by 5% is 280. 280 is provision for doubtful debts. Okay. Now 47,500 minus 360 minus 280 plus 500. The answer would be 47,378. This is the answer. Getting my point here? We have to deduct 5% of provision for doubtful debts of 5,600, this bad debts, and we have to add the difference of this machine, which is sold above book value. Okay. A sole trader had trade receivable of 21,600 at the start of the year. During the year, there were irrecoverable debts of 450 written off, cash received from customer 42,670. At the end of the year, financial statement showed trade receivable 25,745 after deducting a provision for doubtful debts of 5%. When we are working on, when we have to compute sale, what are total sale? Total sale can be computed using sale ledger control account. When we use sale ledger control account, we have to ignore provision for doubtful debt. It has nothing to do with control account. So you must remember that this amount, 25,745, okay, is the ending balance of trade receivable, but it is 95% because 5% we have calculated as bad debt. So 25,745 multiplied by 100 divided by 95. 27,100 is actually the ending balance of a trade receivable before deducting provision for doubtful debts. 27,100. Plus ending balance plus cash received 42,670 plus written off 450 minus 21,650. The answer is 48,570. So D option is the answer of question number 12. Getting my point clear? Okay. So these items, the philosophy behind it. These items 1, 2, and 3, they appear on the credit side. So we add them. This appear on the debit side. I deduct them, and I got the answer. Question number 12. The answer is D. Okay. Now come to question number 13. L, M, N, and R partnership sharing profit and losses equally. Okay. On 31st December 2020, N retired at the date. N's capital account balance was 30,000 and his current account had a debit balance of 5,400. Profit for the year 21,000 before paying salary of L's to 6,000. The goodwill was valued at 80,000 but is not to remain in the books of account. Other assets are to be revalued upward by 6,000. Okay. This question is not a very difficult question. Okay. We have to be careful. A little careful. Okay. See, N's capital account balance was 30,000 minus the debit balance 5,400 in current account. Okay, 21,000 minus 6 is 15,000. So out of that residual profit of 15,000, you will get 5,000. So plus 5,000. Okay, goodwill, you will get 6,000. And 2,000 from the revaluation profit. So 37,600 will be entitled to N for at the time of retirement. Okay. Now come to 14. Charlie and Daphne are in partnership sharing profit and losses in 2:1. Their fixed capital account was 20,000 and 1,300 respectively. They changed the term of partnership on 1st January 2022 to introduce interest on capital at the rate of 10% per annum. What effect did this change have on Charlie's total share of profit for the year ended 31st December 2020? So that if he introduced interest on capital, that is 20,000 multiplied by 10%, that is 200. So it means his whatever the profit share of profit he will get, that share of profit, residual profit, is going to be decreased by 200. Okay, getting my point clear? So A option should be the answer. What will be debited in the appropriation account of partnership? Okay. Now, appropriation account. What will be debited? Interest on partner's drawing is credited. Interest on partner loan. Interest on partner's loan does not appear in appropriation account. Salaries of partners debited. Partner share of goodwill written off. It has nothing to do with the and partner share of goodwill written off. When goodwill written off, it has nothing to do with the appropriation account. So only 3. So this option is the answer. D option. Only 3 is correct. Okay. A company made a right issue of ordinary shares at premium. Okay. How will this be treated in financial statement? As equity in the statement of financial position? Yes. As a movement in the statement of changes in equity? Yes. As a non-current liability in the statement of it, right issue has nothing to do with the non-current liabilities. Right? Okay. It has nothing to do with the liabilities. So 1 and 2 are correct. So the correct answer is option A. Option A is the correct answer. Getting my point clear? Now come to 17. Okay. Now, question number 17. Question number 17. 17. The income statement of X Limited 2020 showed an incorrect profit of 10th figure because $10,000 goods had been counted twice when closing inventory was valued. The incorrect inventory value was carried forward at the opening of 2021. In February 2021, directors have paid a dividend equal to 40% of the profit for 2020. What were the effects of the error in inventory valuation? Okay. If closing inventory is increased, okay, if closing inventory is increased by 10,000, if we have counted 10,000 twice, it means closing inventory is increased, cost is decreased, and profit is increased. Okay. Increase in profit, sorry. Now, increase in profit means you will pay more dividend, your dividends will increase. So the answer is, could be C or D. Okay. Now, retained earning on 31st December 2021. The 2021. Your retained earning is decreased by 4,000 because you have made an error in computing the profit. So the next year's retained earning will be decreased because you have given more dividends. Okay. C option is the answer. Okay, 18. A company has the following items in the statement of financial position: ordinary shares, retained earnings, long term. The company issues 1,000 bonus shares of $5 each to shareholder. What is the total equity after the issue of bonus shares? Now, when you issue bonus share, your ordinary share capital is going to increase by 50,000. And your retained earning is going to decrease by 50,000 because you have no other option available to settle this bonus issue. Getting my point clear? So it means the net effect on the equity would be 0. Getting my point clear? Okay. So that would remain same, 13,000. $1,350,000. That would remain same. And you must remember that this long-term bank loan has nothing to do with the shareholders' equities. Okay. And the net effect of issuing bonus share in this case is 0. What ratios are usually calculated to measure the efficiency of business? All turnovers, all types of turnovers are efficiency ratios. All types of turnover ratios. Okay. So the option 3 and 4 are turnover. So D option should be the answer. Easy. All turnovers are efficiency ratios. Okay. Now, question number 20. Okay. Now, return on capital employed. Okay. How to calculate return on capital employed? See, okay. Return on capital employed is calculated how? The profit for the year is 94,500 minus 8,000 interest on debenture. So your return is 86,500 divided by your shareholders' equity, total equities. That is shareholders' equity or plus long-term loan. That would be how much? 400 ordinary shares, 400,000, 250,000, 250 retained earning, and 100,000 debentures. So that would 400,000 plus 250,000 plus 100,000 is equal to 750. Okay, and 94,500 minus 8,000. That was 86,500 divided by 750,000. Percentage is okay. Now 94,500 The total of the shareholders' equity and the long-term loan is 750,000. Profit is 94,500 plus 8,000 interest on debentures. So that makes your return 102,500 divided by 750,000. Percentage 13.66666. So this is the answer. 13.7 D option. Okay. Now, what is a step cost? Step cost is it contains both fixed and variable elements. No. It is fixed for a given level of output, then increases. Yes, this is the answer. So it means B and C are now useless. Okay. 21 answer is B. Okay. Now 22. Which business use a batch costing system? Now, first of all, clothing retailers and wholesalers has nothing to do with this. Getting my point clear. Oil refinery use process costing. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oil refineries use process costing. So what is left? B option. Okay. Now, details of a company's fixed overhead in a period were as follows. Direct labor hour budgeted 5,000, actual 5,500. Okay, total budget fixed overhead rate was 50,000. Overheads over absorbed for the period were $4,000. What was the actual fixed overhead incurred in the period? Okay. Now, what we have to do? Total direct labor hours is 5,000. $50,000 is the cost divided by 5,000 budgeted. So it means budgeted overhead rate is $10 per direct labor hour. So okay, now $10 multiplied by 5,500, that is 55,000, and 4,000 was over absorbed, means we have to deduct 4,000. The answer is 51,000. Okay. Now come to 24. Question number 24. How might an under absorption of overhead arise? Okay. Now, okay. Overhead have been over budgeted. No. This could not be that. There is nothing to be over budgeted. Nothing like over budgeted. Okay. Overheads have been under budgeted. Okay. Yes. Okay. Production was less than budgeted. Yes. Production was more than budgeted. No. So 2 and 3 are correct. So the answer is C option. Okay. C option is the answer. 25. Which statements explain why it is important for business to know the contribution per unit for its production? Okay. Now it has to assess the impact of changes in sale value. Yes. This is correct. Okay. It has been deciding whether to make or buy a product. It has been long-term decision making. No. Only option 1 and 2. So correct answer is A. 1 and 2. Now 26. The following information is available for the month of for a month. Okay. Sales revenue, direct material, direct labor, variable overheads, fixed overhead. Contribution to sales ratio, what we have to do? Nothing. we have to find contribution. Selling price 150,000 minus 45,000 direct material minus 28,000 direct labor minus 7,000. So the contribution is 70,000. Okay, divided by 150,000. Percentage is 46.6666. So it means B option should be the answer. A company had the following results: sales revenue, variable costs, fixed costs, profit. What was its margin of safety in dollars? Okay, now contribution to sales ratio would be 230,000. Sales revenue minus variable cost 92,000. 138,000 is your contribution divided by sales revenue 230,000. 60% is your contribution CS ratio. So profit is 78,000 divided by 0.6. 130,000. B option is the answer. Okay. Now 28. A company has fixed total fixed cost 400,000. It manufactures sells a single product of for $25,000 and has a contribution to sales ratio 80%. How many unit does it need to produce and sell to make a profit of $200,000? Okay. Now in this case, what we have to do? See, 80% is contribution ratio. So 400,000 plus 200,000 divided by 0.8. 25. 600,000 divided by 600,000 divided by now 25 is the selling price. Out of $25, 80% is cost. So it means variable cost is 20. Sorry, contribution is $20. 80% contribution means $25 multiplied by 80 means contribution is 20. Now 600,000, 4,000 is fixed cost plus 200,000 is the profit divided by $20. The answer is D option. That is 30,000 units it needs to produce. Now a trader makes and sells a single product. It has a selling price of $90, contribution per unit of $30. When 800 units are sold, the profit is 9,600. If the profit is 1,000 units, what is the profit if 1,000 units are produced and sold? Okay. Now variable cost of 1,000 units would be 6,000. Okay. Now see, 1,000 units multiplied by 90. The selling price is 90,000. 1,000 units multiplied by 60. Okay. Multiplied by 60 for the variable cost. The answer is 60,000. Okay. 30,000 is your contribution. Okay, which you can directly calculate by 1,000 multiplied by $30. You can directly calculate that 1,000 multiplied by 30. Okay. The problem is we don't know the fixed cost. Are you getting my point? We don't know what is the fixed cost. Yeah. So in this case, what will happen? Okay. What will happen in this case? See, if we are selling 800 units, contribution is 30. 24,000 is your total contribution when you are selling 800 units minus 9,600. It means 14,400 is your fixed cost. Getting my point clear? So when you are producing 1,000 units, 1,000 multiplied by 30 contribution 30,000. 30,000 minus 14,400. The answer is 15,600 B option. Why might a business prepare a budget? Oh my God, why we are preparing budget? Why we are preparing budget? To determine the amount of bank loan it needs, to determine the skill of labor force, ये तो नहीं हो सकता. Identify market share, to identify the quality of product, ये option answer. Determine the how we prepare budget for feasibility actually. So we know how much amount we need from the bank loan or from where how much finance we actually need. That's the problem. That's why we prepare a budget. Okay, so that's all for today. Inshallah, we'll meet again tomorrow with the new MCQs for AS levels because I have to work on it right now. Only AS MCQs paper is left, so I'm working on that. Okay. So subscribe my channel. Leave a comment if you want me to solve any particular MCQs for AS level. Inshallah, I will solve it for you. I'll try my level best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.